Before I start this review, I have one question for you guys. Truth or dare? Truth or Dare is the latest horror film from Blumhouse Pictures and is directed by Jeff Wadlow. And it is about a group of 20-something college students that go down to Mexico during spring break to, do the usual. To drink, to party, probably have sex. Presumably, because it's a horror film. One of the nights, they go to a bar, and one of the girls, Olivia, meets this strange guy that seems really nice, and he invites them out to this abandoned church out in the middle of nowhere. And all seems well at first. He invites them to play a game of Truth or Dare, which, alright, whatever. The game seems fine at first until you find out that this is all a trap. You see, this particular game of Truth or Dare is cursed by a demon. That once you start playing, the demon will come after you sporadically and ask you, Truth or Dare. If you pick Dare and chicken out, you die. If you pick Truth and you lie, you die. If you refuse to play at all, you die. Basically, you die. Unless, of course, you play until you can't play anymore, and then you die. That's where the horrors come in, you guys. A game of Truth or Dare. That's so stupid. So basically the rest of the movie, they have to figure out a way to stop it from continuing. So right off the bat, the premise for this movie. Look, I'm someone who will honestly say any premise can work when you know how to do it right. Keywords there. Because this movie would probably work if they made it a horror comedy. Like, if they were like, this is stupid, let's just acknowledge how stupid it is and laugh at it. And make it silly. Like a Killer Clowns from Outer Space kind of movie. Where you have clown aliens coming from outer space, shooting people with cotton candy guns, and that, of course, kills them. That's stupid, but the movie knows that's stupid, and they make it hilarious. They don't try to say, you should be scared of the cotton candy gun, oh. Because that would be just ridiculous. That'd be really stupid. This movie, however, tries to play it up like Truth or Dare is supposed to suddenly be this horrific game. Like, you should be scared of Truth or Dare. Woo! It's not. Oh my god. I'll admit right now, I laughed throughout this whole film. I wasn't bored. And that's a good thing, because one of the worst things a movie can do is bore me. If a movie just bores me or pisses me off, then that's a huge problem. This movie did not do either of those. I was not pissed off during this movie. I was enjoying the awfulness because they play this seriously. I couldn't believe it. Like, in a weird way it makes it funnier, but I know it's not intentionally funny. This is a Troll 2 situation almost, although it's not nearly that bad. But this is a so bad it's good situation where, like the Bye-Bye Man. Like the Bye-Bye Man last year. I enjoyed the Bye-Bye Man. Awful movie. This is another kind of movie. This is actually probably a better one as far as being like a party type movie. Because I could honestly see this becoming like a drinking game. Okay, so you have this group of characters, first of all, and none of them are remarkable. None of them are likable. They're all kind of shitty. Even Olivia, by the end, turns out to be a shitty human being. And I won't spoil what the ending is. But you don't care about any of them, and they're just kind of fodder that you just are kind of waiting to see die. And yeah, that doesn't make for good horror, but because the movie's so darn ridiculous, I kind of don't mind it, honestly, in that sense, because the movie is just stupid, and I'm entertained by the stupidity. But of course, yeah, would it be better if the characters were actually likable? Of course. Always the case. Or hell, if they're going to make them unlikable, make it a comedy. They do not. That's the strange thing about this. There is a line in this movie that Olivia gives once she's seen the creepy the face that you see in all the trailers. There is a line in this movie where she compares that face to a horrible Snapchat filter. I mean, if that's not pandering to the young teenage demographic, this is PG-13, by the way. If that's not pandering to that demographic, I don't know what is. That is pathetic. That is such a stupid line. Like, what? Like, is that the pinnacle of terror for this movie? A creepy Snapchat filter. Oh no, it's a horrible Snapchat filter. No! Oh my god, this movie is so stupid. Like, what are they thinking? There's a scene earlier on in this movie where this guy that he isn't friends with the others, but he like tagged along with their group. He's the douchebag character at their school. And he's at a bar and he's dared by the demon to do something. And then of course he chickens out, and then of course he dies, and that isn't very horrific because of the way it was shot and everything. But what's funny afterwards, so all these other characters, they get sent a video. Yeah, not a text message of what happened saying, oh, so-and-so just died. No. A video of his death, which is stupid enough, but they always do that in these dumb horror movies. So then when they all get this text message, they have maybe like a 2-minute, maybe a minute-long conversation reacting to it. And then one of the characters just looks back down at his phone, hits replay, and it's just like, huh, I see. Like, he's not saying that, but that's the reaction he's giving. Because it's not like he's horrified, like, oh god, like, why would you watch that again? Like, who's like, gets horrible news about someone they knew, like a video like that, and goes, I want to watch that again. See my friend or that person I knew just die horribly. I want to see that again. Like, what's the friend? Like, these people are horrible, and there's idiots. The same character also is apparently, he's trying to apply for a doctor, like to become a doctor. They never really specify what kind, so I can't really say. He's just a generic doctor. And earlier in the film, we find out he's giving out prescriptions to random people, like just signing them off because he has a pen that says doctor and his name, even though he's not a legal doctor. So he's just giving out illegal prescriptions. And we never know why. We never see this go anywhere. There's a lot of plot threads that go anywhere, that don't go anywhere. Olivia's best friend, she has this side story where her father, they never say when, could have been a year before this for all I know, committed suicide. And then you find out more about that later, but it never really turns into anything. It never really connects. It's really just a thing for the demon to use against these people in the truth section of the Truth or Dare. And it's really silly because of it. Like, and it makes you so disinterested in actually caring about these characters. Just what carries this movie, for lack of a better term, is how stupid it is and how silly it is. This is not a good movie at all. This movie's awful. It has clunky dialogue, clunky exposition. It's, again, terrible characters. The ending is, I'm not going to spoil it, but I was laughing at the ending. The ending is honestly worth seeing the movie for. Look, can I just talk about that face for a second? What is that? Like, did they think that was scary? This creepy smile? Like when you have someone make a stupid smile like that to be creepy, you gotta do it right. And they have to be saying something, or at the very least have a voiceover of what their inner thoughts are. But this is just silly. It's just saying, Truth or Dare. Like, what? What the I'm sorry, I can't take that seriously. It's hilarious. It is so awful because the movie's trying to scare you. I swear, like, I can't think of how else to read this because it's not silly enough where it feels like, it's not silly in other moments, really, where it feels like, oh yeah, this is, you know, meant to be a comedy, alright. Usually there's ways to tell that, okay, this is meant to be a comedy. This movie, I think, thinks it's scary, and that's the weird thing. But it makes it so entertaining in that way. The acting is not horrible, not distractingly horrible at least. It's okay. It's TV acting. Actually, honestly, a lot of the drama felt like 90210 or something like that, or the OC, one of those old teen drama shows, or I guess more modern, Pretty Little Liars. I've never seen any of these shows, by the way, but I know what they're about and I get the gist, so I would compare it to those. Actually, I think at least one of the actresses is in Pretty Little Liars, so that actually makes sense, if I remember right. I looked it up a little bit, like, the other day. I don't know what else to say. This movie is dumb. I want to see more horror films like this, honestly. If you can make them funny. Like, what else is next, you know? The Never Have I Ever, the horror movie. If you play Never Have I Ever, and you lie, you die. If you play Never Have I Ever, and you have done something, you die. Or no, you have to do it or you die, but it's like 10 times worse. No, I got it. So if you play Never Have I Ever and you have done something, like let's say someone says, never have I ever skydived, and someone goes, yep, I've skydived. You have to skydive then, you're forced to. But then when you do, the parachute dies, and I don't know, this would be stupid too, but honestly that could be hilariously awful too. Or play for comedy, like I've been saying. I don't know what else. Spin the Bottle, the horror movie. This is material here, Hollywood. Do it. Oh my god, I'm losing my mind. This movie is so dumb. But, did I enjoy it? Yeah, I did. For how stupid it was. This is so bad it's gonna be. You're seeing a different part of me here, because I love schlock horror. I love So Bad It's Good horror. Movies like the Silent Night, Deadly Night sequels, freaking Mangler, you know, the Stephen King movie about a laundromat, or I guess I should say the short story. That's stupid, but it's entertaining because of the stupid, horrible premise, and they play it really seriously. This movie's kind of like the Mangler, I guess. So if that's a type of horror movie you can enjoy, check this one out. Maybe not in theaters. It's not really worth it. Although, I almost want you to, just so this box office goes up so we can get that sequel. But, if you do, pay cheap. Like I did, $5. You know, $5 theaters are the best when they have those specials. But anyway, this movie's stupid. I don't know what else to say. It's silly. It's hilarious. I guess the death scenes aren't that intricate. Like, this movie's like a weird combination between It Follows, Final Destination, and The Ring. And the death scenes feel like they could have really gone Final Destination-esque, where just the person is forced to do something really crazy, like electrocute themselves in a puddle of water or something. Honestly, I think the filmmakers thought this was going to be like a Final Destination type movie, because the way they set this up is very much like Final Destination. If you remember that movie, it's a group of people, they survive a near-death situation, and then death comes after them one by one. But if someone, like, saves the person who's about to get killed, then it goes on to the next person in the lineage. And so on, so on. So basically, you can keep saving each other until one of them dies, and then you're the last one left, or whatever. Those movies are pretty fun, but those movies knew how to make themselves fun. Truth or Dare kind of feels like it's trying to do that, because what you have here is, because they played the game, the demon's going to go after them in the order they played the game at the beginning of the movie. On top of that, about halfway through this film, we learn that there's another rule to the game, in that you can't pick truth 3 times in a row. They set it up where if 2 people pick truth twice in a row, then the third person is forced to pick dare and do something, horrible, whatever. And so I get why they